And welcome to the Nerd Stalker Brainiac Hour. That's what I'm calling it this week anyways. I am Adolfo Fronda at Nerd Stalker and at Fronda on Twitter with my co-host.
Greg Glory, a.k.a. Social Grey on Twitter for the Nerd Stalker Media Network. How you doing, man?
Great, brother.
I'm in my new studio digs.
Yeah, check it out.
Water Buffer Productions, so I'm happy to be here.
You're like a traveling man.
I am. Looking good, though.
So we got some good promos and things, events coming up, right?
Yes. Long intro of the first one, man.
Yeah. So the first one is Dreamforce. That's the big Salesforce conference. This thing is ginormous. October 13th through 16th is the general conference in San Francisco at the lovely Moscone Center there. All kinds of amazing speakers here. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about here. We got Hillary Rodham Clinton. Of all, when you think tech, you think of Hillary.
That was amazing, right? Yeah. What is she going to tell us?
Yeah, man. And then, Mark Benioff, of course, will be speaking. Tony Profit, the corporate VP at Microsoft. Tony Robbins. And Bruno Mars is the entertainment as well. There's other.
Bruno Mars? Oh, nice.
Yeah. Lots of other amazing stuff and speakers as well from tech luminaries all around. As I've said before, if you're a developer, a business person, or an educator, whatever you want to be at this thing, they're going to cover all of those levels of training and talks and networking and really fun events. There's going to be some sort of $1 million hackathon thing that's going to happen. This thing is ginormous and it gets bigger and bigger every year. There's actually a pre-conference event too for a couple of days if you want to do any of that really hardcore training for things like certification, things like that, which you can pay an additional fee for. But check it out, October 13th through 16th in lovely San Francisco. Go to salesforce.com/Dreamforce/DF14 or just search for Dreamforce. It's going to be amazing.
Oh man, we are so lucky to be in this city.
That's right, bro.
So lucky.
Next one.
All right, next up, we got SF New Tech, October 15th. They moved to a new venue. So, Rocket Space. It's a new world. Sweet. SF New Tech and Rocket Space have combined together to put on the monthly events now. And so they're on Sampson Street, and they're calling for demos for October 15th. So check out the SF New Tech site at www.sfnewtech.com, and you could... if you're a startup waiting to break, go ahead and apply for a demo. It's really good venue. You don't know who you'll have in the audience at every night. Google Ventures to Microsoft, so you never know. But it's a good thing for the startups to pitch at. So I encourage all the new startups out there, go ahead and apply for demo there.
That's right.
And 2 days later, we have New Tech Crawl. So the New Tech Crawl was inaugurated last year with the city of San Francisco, where Miles and a bunch of us walk basically startup to startup in the middle of Soma.
Right.
Do a crawl, and then we're going to end up with a social good affair. I forget where that one is, but check out the newcrawl.com website. And you could join us, and it'll be a great event. And the Nerd Stalkers will be there, and you'll see the thing unfold. There's going to be some really nice venues to stop in and take a peek at what they're doing. So
yeah, that looked awesome last year for sure.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so next event we have the GigaOM Structure Connect event, which is building the Internet of Things. It's an Internet of Things type of event, again, at the Mission Bay Conference Center. This one is October 21 through 22nd, Mission Bay Conference Center in lovely San Francisco again. There's going to be some great speakers from Rachel Chalmers there of Ignition Partners, Randy Gleason of White & Kennedy, John McFarlane of Sonos. We got a guy from Pebble, from Google, from Jawbone.
Yeah.
Some serious luminaries there, a little bunch of smarty pants. It's going to be pretty amazeballs. Again, this is October 21 through 22nd in San Francisco at the Mission Bay Conference Center, the GigaOM Structure Connect Conference. Be there. Google this bad boy, and you will find it.
This is the first time we've been invited to this, right?
Yeah, and they've been really cool about reaching out to us for different events. And this one is a particular instance because interest to us because this whole Internet of Things is really about to explode. If not, this year I predict will be huge.
It's as Steve Hoffman of Founderspace told me in an interview it's super size.
Yeah, it's one of those.
It's super.
All right. Speaking of super, how about that for a segue? We got the demo conference, New Tech Solving Big Problems. So this is the demo fall, November 18th through 20th in San Jose, California. That's the demo fall conference, November 18th through 20th in San Jose. We have technologies from cloud computing, mobile, wearable, to smart data, drones, 3D printing, all changing the landscape, demo fall, all kinds of really super deep tech type of things. You want to check it out. It'll be of interest, especially to all you, CIOs and developers that are out there that want to look into the future, what's happening, and and you want to get involved with this bad boy, especially if you're down the valley, it'll be more Southern California. This is a good one to hit. The Demo Fall Conference, November 18th through 20th in San Jose. So check that out. Thanks.
Nice. San Jose. Wow, that's different, but okay. I don't know. Yeah, man. Are you going to that one?
Oh, hell yeah. All the love for those guys.
Okay. Well, good. Thanks. We got a lot of good things going, and I think our kind of a co-branding partnership with Founderspace, we're going to do a little bit more for them. So we'll try to get some of their events out as well.
Yeah,
so,
for sure. They're doing some really cool stuff.
Yeah, good stuff at Founderspace. So let's go into the first article. I'll intro you for this. So Google reportedly wants to boost presence of Google on Android devices. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, totally. So thanks to Android and Me for this story. This is something Google's been, really struggling with, is making Android a little more googly. Everyone seems to be forking Android and making it their own. Supposedly that was the point, right, of open sourcing this whole thing, and every particular hardware vendor gets to skin it and make it look try to make it its own. So what Google's saying is they're not getting enough Google in your Android diet. So your next device may help satiate your appetite. The information reports that Google is increasing the requirements that manufacturers must follow when making an Android device. Those changes include an increase in the number of pre-installed Google apps, up to as many as 20 freaking Google apps, prominent placement of Google apps and the Google search bar, inclusion of an OK Google hot rod, and the presence of a Google trademark or powered by Android logo at the top. These new requirements are reportedly being applied to dozens of companies. Included in that bunch are HTC, Samsung, Lenovo, and Huawei, among others. While one of the perks of Android is that it allows manufacturers to customize their software and hardware, as I mentioned, with new features, sometimes those add-ons can be worse than Google's own offerings. Those additions can also make it difficult for regular folks to seek out Google's own services. These new requirements are an effort to Googleize Android and ensure that more consumers get the chance to see what Google apps and services are all about. So, I don't know if you think it's sort of the whole idea with Android was supposed to be open, right? So that you can do whatever you want to it.
Yeah, but I guess the branding is closed.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna see what the new Androids. If I get my new Samsung, I'd like to see exactly what that looks like, or a Moto or something like that. Let's see what that looks like. Wow. Well,
let's hear about bummed out athletes, Greg. Thanks for cheering up the podcast here.
Well, yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, thanks to DeAntae Prince of Sporting News for dropping this one. So Steve Ballmer wants the Clippers to drop Apple products. That's just amazing to me, actually. So new Los Angeles Clippers owner, as you know, Steve Ballmer made his money over a 34 career with Microsoft. And because of his allegiance to Microsoft, Ballmer doesn't even allow his family to use Apple products, believe it or not. So in a interview with Reuters, he said he's going to extend that philosophy to the LA Clippers. So no one on the Clippers team is going to have an iPhone, iPad mini, iPad, or whatever. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I thought he's really a Microsoft guy through and through. So.
Yeah, through and through. Even though he's gone, I'm sure he's got a ridiculous amount of stock and interest into that.
Yeah, I guess he's only helping himself, right?
Yeah. He's done this before. You know what I mean? It's I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
At Microsoft, he did this. He would reportedly pull iPhones and iPads away from employees.
Yeah.
And
until they fail or something like that.
Yeah. And then throw chairs across the room at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be interesting. But anyway, that's. Anyway, let's go to the next story. Comcast says it's been working too hard on being innovative to deliver good customer service.
Yeah, so thanks to Boy Genius Report, Brad Reed, for this one. Comcast knows that its customer service reputation is terrible. The question is whether it actually cares. With its proposed merger with Time Warner Cable up for regulatory review, Comcast certainly wants to at least give off the impression that it's working night and day to make things better. DSL Reports flags a new blog post from Comcast Cable President and CEO Neil Smit, who says that Comcast is finally getting around to focusing on improving its customer service with a new hire of an executive named Charlie Heron, who has been named SVP of Customer Experience. What's really noteworthy, however, are Smith's explanations for why Comcast customer service has been so infamously bad over the years. Quote, over the last few years, we've been incredibly focused on product innovation and delivering great content and technology experience, Smith writes. But this is only one of the customer experience equation, one half of the customer experience equation. The other half is operational excellence and how we deliver service. The way we interact with our customers on the phone, online, and in their homes is as important to our success as the technology we provide. Put simply, customer service should be our best product, unquote.
Wow.
Have you got that? Comcast has sadly lost focus on customer service because it's been so busy innovating on your behalf. So you're welcome, people.
No comment. No,
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that, but that's a great spin.
Yeah, those guys. I love the picture with the story too. Yeah, look at that.
Well, what is it? Let me see.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Thanks to Boy Genius Report for that one.
Yeah, they have good stuff on Boy Genius Report, man. That's really cool.
So, Greg, let's do this Academy of Art students. This one was a great story that you got going.
Yeah, it's interesting. A student from Academy of Art put something on my Facebook. I just hooked up with them maybe, like 2 weeks ago or something like that. So at an event, and I just noticed that CS6 licenses were canceled. So I dug into it, went to the Facebook page, and then I got a whole bunch of information. And I said, they were asking for media networks to break it, so I decided to just write a quick blog that morning. And I think it's crazy coincidence because the next day she said that because we broke that story, Channel 2 and all these other guys started to cover her. I said, I don't know if it was us, but it got on news.google.com, so I guess maybe that's how a lot of people found it. And and she was really grateful. And then we did a follow-up interview, and you'll see it in our article on www.nerdstalker.com. But it explains the whole kind of sequence of events. So in a nutshell, what has happened is that the CXX licenses that were given to each student as part of their tuition, apparently, that's the way it was explained. Mm-hmm. And with their tuition, they were giving a license. So, what happened about a month ago? They started to get these notices that their licenses have now been moved to the trial mode and it's going to expire in another month. Now, all of it was not in concert. Some were going to expire in 2 weeks, some was going to expire a month. But anyway, it was just a mess. So this lady, Sarah Ryan, she went and dug into it, and she found it was just, she didn't understand. She went to Adobe, they couldn't give her the right answer. Went to AAU. They couldn't give her the right answer. So right now there's probably 15,000 students that we're seeing the impact of this. So some of them, their licenses have expired. They have to get their classwork done. They either have to go to 5.5 if they could find it.
Wow.
But, the product strategy from Adobe is to move everyone from the standard disk products to the cloud, right?
Cloud Connect, yeah. Uh-huh.
Right, and Cloud Connect is a monthly service fee, like your phone bill or your cable bill, right? And I forget, maybe students...
Or your Spotify bill, or your Netflix bill, or your, it just keeps going on and on.
Everyone's under pressure to get profitized and monetized, and, Adobe's no different, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of see where it was going, because you see all these ads with AAU and Cloud saying they're in a partnership. So I think they didn't understand, whoever negotiated the AAU deal on the AAU side didn't understand the impact it was going to cause. I really believe that.
Wow.
And so now these students are out.
Right.
And the latest update that I saw on the Facebook page is that Sarah said that it was, they're going to, the college has got the grievance, and they're going to have a comment on it on Monday. So hold on to your hat. We'll find out, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah, this is really bad press for Adobe as well, which is a San Francisco company, as well as the Academy of Art, right? They're both San Francisco companies.
Yeah. I think part of the problem is that they wanted to do AAU partnership because the Tech Mecca is here, which made a lot of sense. If they wanted to kind of say, hey, we partnered with a pretty creative university. AAU is very creative.
I see. Okay.
And I think they wanted to partner that and make it look like out of San Francisco, man. This is the place to be.
Yeah.
And but I think she found out also other universities were running into the same problem, where they converted to the cloud, and the CX6 licenses now expired. And so what these universities had to do, actually, I think she said that 6 other universities had to go back and reattach those licenses and back to the students. So
weird.
Anyway, yeah, mess central there at Adobe and AAU. So yeah, too bad though. But anyway, let's go to the next one. Engineer sees big possibilities in micro robots.
Yeah, so this is a really cool story from National Geographic. So, you've been hearing a lot about this type of stuff, right? Robotics. But typically when you think of robots, you think of them at like a large scale, giant, like big robots. You see like packing soldiers, a gear, or something like that. These guys are working on what they call micro robots, and a lot of these robots take their inspiration from the insect world, right? So you see a lot of these like crawling type of mini robots, and these actually you see flying robots now too. So they've developed something like what seems to be like a little type of bee or little flying thing, and they talk about the importance of failure too in this, and that they've just iterating, and they expect for it to fail and every single time, and to continue to fail to some extent, but it's getting better and better. So what they're saying also is that within about 15 years, you're going to see full production-ready robotic insects that are ready to do different type of things. And when you think about like the use cases for these type of things, he was talking about in areas you could fly these suckers in where there's been some sort of contamination, and even for artificial pollination type of things in fields and crops and things like that. So here they're simulating flight wings of some sort of fly or bee or what have you. And really interesting. So you guys can get some really good information. news.nationalgeographic.com. Do a Google search for search for engineer. Sees big possibilities in micro robots, including programmable bees.
That's cool.
Yeah, so incredible innovation, very sci-fi, and it just sounds so crazy, but this stuff is coming really, really fast.
Wow, I see a horror film coming.
Right? Well, it was, to take this off the rails and to go on the deep end of this thing, was only Elon Musk recently, and some really smart scientists have been talking about the true threat of AI to humans. Eventually. So we're talking like an actual Terminator scenario, right? Where they have a genuine concern. Elon Musk said this is of Tesla, fame and PayPal fame, as a genuine, his number one concern is robots like AI excelling beyond humans and possibly turning on humans to some extent.
God, that's crazy. Oh, man.
As crazy as that sounds, yeah.
Yeah, killer bees isn't what I'm worried about. Robot bees now.
The robot bees, right? Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Right. Cool.
All right, my man. So we got Bendgate. Oh God, Bendgate.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah. I think everyone knows about the iPhone 6 and bending in your pocket or all those things. So thanks to Android community for this one. They just released this. So they compared iPhone 6, the M8, the Moto X, and the Lumia 1020 in a bend test. And believe it or not, out of all of them, The Moto X was the one that actually proved to be the winner. It actually bent, but it went back into position. So you might want to check out that story. But it's interesting. A lot of the other ones fared a lot better than the 6. Actually, maybe the screen popped out a little bit, and it did deform completely like the iPhone 6 claims to do. But I don't know. What do you think about this iPhone 6 thing in bending?
Yeah, I read a different article too. I think it was on iMore or something like that, where they were saying that this is going to be one of those things that everyone's going to forget, in no time. Tim Cook is going to apologize and give them yet another rubber thing to put around the phone, and it'll all be forgotten, right? Or, so I don't know. It keeps it in the press a little bit longer, and it gives some sort of hope or to the competitors, right, to ride upon. But yeah.
iPhone 6 still looks kind of cool, though.
Yeah, no, I know someone with one. I checked it out. I'm like, wow, that thing is really cool. The big one seemed kind of ridiculous, though, but the phablet, basically.
I mean, would you get the bigger one or you get the smaller one?
Oh, I would get the, well, what are you trying to insinuate there? Yeah, I'm not man enough to.
Right next to you, actually. But,
no, I would get the standard sized one. How about that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're a standard sized guy.
I don't need the giant, rugged.
Like the thing next to you.
Device. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to speed round, my friend.
All right, speed round.
What do we got for yours first one there? Looks familiar, but
looks familiar. So let's go to the Ryno.
Okay, yeah, let's go to Ryno. Oh my God. Okay, I gotta pull Ryno up. But anyway, Ryno is a one-wheeled self-balancing electric scooter. Believe it or not, I thought it was really wild when I looked at it. But apparently, thanks to Brian Heater of Laughing Squid, I love Laughing Squid. There's this thing called the Ryno, where it's a one-wheeled scooter. And
this is that balancing thing, right? Where you stand on each side of it, your own foot thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Check it out. It's incredibly difficult to ride.
They said there's a learning curve, and I don't know exactly what that means.
Yeah. It's you standing.
They said it's like learning
on
to ride
both sides of a tire, people.
So. I know I freaking crashed my bike about 10 times.
With no handles.
So I'm not sure I want to crash with live traffic around me at 10 times.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Anyway, check it out. It's kind of interesting, at least. All right, speed round. Next one.
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
So my next one is called Pavegen. So what Pavegen is effectively, it is these little tiles here that you see hopefully on my screen here. They're about, 62 millimeters in height. And they're about, like a square type of size, type of tile type of thing. And what they do is they capture kinetic energy. So if you walk on these things enough, you build up some energy. And they've done some interesting use cases with these things. In the latest one, what they've done is they put it in the finish line of a marathon in the UK. And they actually generated enough energy. And Stephen Hawkins was involved with this as well. They actually generated enough energy to power about 60 street lights, LED street lights, cool. Or about 2,000 cell phones to charge them up. So pretty significant when you think about where you can place these things. They're talking about they place some of them in places like metro stations where you get a lot of commuter foot traffic in and out into trains and such in various stations, and it actually adds up, And it sounds small in a small use case, but these things are actually being rolled out in different types of scenarios. Here you see like a soccer game where kids are running around, or in schools they've done this type of thing, and you can capture all kind of kinetic energy from these little devices here. Cool. Yeah. So really interesting Pavegen systems. Check them out, pavegen.com.
That's nice. All right. Speed round. Okay, PayPal support is the best thing that could happen to Bitcoin. Can you believe it or not, right? So thanks to Marcus Olson of Wired for this one. But, I was surprised by this, but PayPal is supporting the cryptocurrency on its Braintree payments platform. Yeah, they bought Braintree early. I remember Braintree from, I think, SF Newtek. Really cool. So they're going to be supporting. I don't think you could buy, your Beanie Babies on eBay yet, but it seems like it's coming, though. But I was trying to always figure this out. At $400 of Bitcoin, how does fractional stuff work?
You mean micro Bitcoin?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because you can go like a fraction of Bitcoin.
Okay. Wow. But is this incredible? I thought PayPal. Wow, that's another big domino to fall in their lap. Actually.
Interesting. I wonder how they're going to handle that. That's interesting. I'll have to follow up on that.
Yeah, follow up on that one, man. Cool. All right. Let's move on.
Yeah, so Boing Boing gives us this story. Indian space program workers celebrate Mars orbit. India's Mangalyaan, sorry about that, satellite attained Martian orbit on Wednesday at $74 million. Now, that may sound like a lot of money to some people, but to get a satellite to orbit Mars, it is staggeringly cheap for an orbiter. So it's a huge accomplishment for India and these emerging markets. I think we're going to get some really amazing space information out of these guys. Let me get this really cute little picture of the team here. Some of the team, yeah, celebrating their conquest in space. So I can't wait to see a lot of these other countries, launching their satellites and getting more data. Especially since we've sort of abandoned NASA, to some extent with a lot of.
Let's see what North Korea looks like.
Jeez.
Sorry.
You had to go there. I had to go there.
Sorry.
So yeah, kudos to India and their space program. Right on.
Nice.
Speed round.
Sure. Well, guess who's in the GoPro game again? At least GoPro lookalike. We got Polaroid moving into this low-cost GoPro territory.
That's right.
So, do you want a GoPro but can't afford the real one? Well, maybe you could get the Polaroid. And I think we're looking at just $100 a pop at this point or less. So check it out. I don't think they're out yet, but I think it's different. I don't know if I'd get one, but it's an alternative, and those GoPro alternatives are getting out there. There's a lot of Chinese knockoffs now too.
That's right. That's cool.
So, yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of interesting from Polaroid.
All right, man. So Apple, as you all know, released probably one of the worst updates in its history, which was the 8.1, which effectively bricked a lot of. Well, it didn't break a lot of funds. Let me tell you what Renee Ritchie-Vimore says. So Apple's released 8.0.2. It's available now via Settings General Update or over Lightning or USB tethered to iTunes. Blah blah blah. This comes one day after the 8.01 update left iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus customers unable to use Touch ID or connect to cellular networks. Let me repeat that. It made you unable to connect to cellular networks. This is huge. Apple promised a fix within days and delivered it within a day. Apple also once again apologizes for the bugs. So what Renee's done is completed the update on his personal iPhone 6 Plus, and both Touch ID and cell data are working fine. I'm hearing the same thing from a lot of other people. They're going to do more testing and iMore to get more information. I've done the same on my 5, but apparently this wasn't impacted. It seems to be working fine. I'm getting better Wi-Fi speeds, which it seemed to be limited before. Some buggy stuff. So kudos to Apple for getting that fix out. It's a shame it had to be that in that type of disastrous scenario. But.
Wow. So you suggest I update my iPad then, huh?
Yes, I guess. This is one day out, so perhaps you want to let it simmer. But if you have 8.01 on there, yes, do it ASAP, brother.
Oh man, that was a crazy one. Anyway, let's go to tips of the week, my friend.
Tip time.
All
right, am I first up? Or are you first up?
Let's go.
Postit, yeah, man. So what Postit's done is they released a really cool free app here, as you'll see. What they've done is, let's fire this guy up, see if it plays. Yeah. Allows you to take pictures of a lot of UX people or people in brainstorming seminars or whatever ideation type of scenarios. You do a lot of this putting posted stickies up with ideas and things like that.
Yeah.
And what you do after the meeting is take a photograph, and oftentimes you group these things together, right?
Yeah.
And then what it allows you to do, this is a free app, and it'll allow you to group these things online, share them with different people, embed them into other applications, presentation type of things. You're seeing this cute little video here where it's doing this type of thing.
Nice.
And it's all free, so it's really neat. I think Postit's doing a really smart thing, leveraging their $1 million product, or idea, I should say, just these little 3M Post-its. And you see here, you can just share it to all these different applications. This is like a PowerPoint scenario where it's doing this type of thing, and they're leveraging the brand, giving away the technology in a very useful manner for user experience professionals or design professionals or hell, even programmers or whatever type of scenario you can think of. So go to post-it.com and look for this free iPhone application. Looks like it's a
nice.
iOS free app. So go
Nice.
get it.
Nice. Very cool.
Your tip, Greg.
All right, I'm gonna screw this one up because I'm not really ready for this one. But
Beautiful. I love the confidence.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Hold on a sec. Can you see it now? No.
Yet.
Okay. Sorry.
We're getting there, people. Patience. There we go.
Anyway, Digital Trends is released. Basically, which mobile credit card reader is right for you? There's a lot out there. I'll admit, this is a long time coming. I mean, I was waiting for the Consumer Reports version, but this is even better. So 7 major services were compared, and you guys should check it out because it goes not only from Square to Intuit, and some of the PayPal offerings.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a good comparison guide. It'll go through the app, what they like about it, the UI, the fees, the accessories, and support. And I think it was one of the more comprehensive reports I saw out there, and it was probably a long time coming. I was wondering when someone was going to do this.
Yeah, it's nice to see an updated one too, because this technology seems to change so quickly.
Absolutely, and depending, I think this is going to be more from kind of like the consumer / person who does
small business.
Small transactions.
Yeah, a little cafe or something like that, even. Or,
you're not going to operate a whole department store on this, but you could possibly.
Yeah, but farmers market. I mean, this is incredibly useful. Yeah.
So I think check this out. This is my tip of the week. I think you should find the one that you like, and there's some and they're updating it, like Adolfo said, on a daily basis, maybe weekly basis. So a lot of these things are just moving around. Someone's trading off to the number 1, number 2 spots almost probably weekly on this type of stuff. So
great, awesome.
Anyway, thank you so much. That's it. I'll unshare.
Well done. Yeah. All right, everyone. So if you want to get more information, you can check us out obviously at nerdstalker.com. And you can get more information. Check us out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/nerdstalkertv, all one word, nerdstalkertv, on iTunes. Give us a thumbs up on this thing if you're watching this on YouTube, and check us out all over the place. iTunes, give us your whatever 5 stars would be wonderful. Nice little review on whatever. And you can reach me, email me at adolfo@nerdstalker.com, at aferranda on Twitter, or at nerdstalker on Twitter. And Greg, how do we get a hold of you, brother?
You get a hold of me either email, socialgreg@nerdstalker.com, or on Twitter at socialgreg. I'll answer to either one. So thank you so much.
All right. Thanks for watching, listening, everyone. Again, hope to see you next week.
All right. Be careful out there.
Right on.